Hi everyone, this is going to be the September tarot forecast for Aries for September 2022. This can apply if you're in Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs in case this does not resonate with you. I am taking bookings for personal readings right now. So if you'd like to book a reading for a natal chart reading, a synastry chart reading, or just tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both the links are in the description box below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Today I'm going to be using the Voyager tarot deck. I just wanted a change because I've been using the Rider-Waite for quite some time now. So I just wanted something a little bit more intuitive. So that's the deck I'm using. So I'll just drop a couple of more cards and then we'll get started with your reading, Aries. Oh, sorry, a bunch of cards decided to fall off. Okay, I'm going to start with 3 cards first, but then I'll do some clarifiers as we move along because these cards are pretty intense. Like they have a lot of messages bunched into one card. So I don't want to overcrowd the situation. So the first card I'm getting is Illumination, Ace of Wands. The second card I'm getting is Stagnation, Eight of Cups. And the third one is Passion, or Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. I feel like there is something that you're trying to reach in the month of September. And it's almost like you're already there. You're almost there at the goalpost or the finish line. But for some reason, it seems to be a little bit out of your reach or out of your grasp. This could be any situation. This could be like a career goal. This could be a romantic relationship. This could be just any goal that you have for yourself or that you've set for yourself. And you feel like you're almost there. You're ready to reach that goal, but somehow you're not there yet. It's almost like when if you're running a race and you can see the finish line, but you haven't reached it yet. And you know you're really close to the finish line, but it's going to take a little bit of time before you get there. But it is coming, that's for sure. Now, this card has so many messages in it. There is going to be a moment of epiphany that a lot of you have in the month of September, kind of like an aha moment where a lot of things sort of click into place. Maybe things were confusing for you, up until September or the last couple of months. You weren't sure about a lot of things, but September is going to bring you clarity about something that you've been wondering about for quite some time. And maybe that's what you're trying to reach. Maybe that's the goalpost that you're trying to reach, like getting clarity about something. Because it may have felt a little bit murky, it may have felt a little bit confusing, There is this sense of a lot happening all at once. So you may experience this feeling of overwhelm in the month of September where you feel like there's just too much going on all at once and you're not able to focus, or you may find it difficult to choose a particular path or follow a certain trajectory, but there's just a lot happening in the month of September is what I'm picking up on. Some secrets are going to be revealed. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but it is I get this intuitive feeling like it's going to be some kind of secret which you probably knew to be true, but is just going to surface in the month of September. So maybe you knew, maybe you had an idea, maybe you had an inkling about what it was about, but in the month of September, it's going to become clear, or it's going to start revealing itself, is what I'm picking up on. I feel like a lot of you are going to find clarity in the chaos. That's essentially what I'm picking up on. Like, there is going to be a lot of chaos in the month of September. It's going to feel like a lot. It's going to feel like you're being bombarded in different directions with a whole lot of things that are coming your way. This could be career, this could be a new love interest, whatever it is. But you may feel very overwhelmed, very chaotic energy around you. But for some reason, there's going to be a method to the madness, and you're going to find some clarity within this chaos. And it's weird. It almost feels trance-like, this experience that you may have in the month of September. It almost feels like you're floating in air. You're not here, but you're still here, and you're experiencing these chaotic situations. But at the same time, you intuitively know what they're teaching you, or you know what the underlying message is. And so you're not really shocked by these chaotic events. That's the intuitive message that I'm picking up on. Like, it doesn't faze you for some reason because your intuition is guiding you. You may feel like you've been watering something, or you've been investing into something that just is not yielding the results that you wanted to yield. Um, it feels like a bit of a lost cause, but not really. Nothing is really lost. But I do feel like a lot of you may feel a little bit frustrated in the month of September because you may be putting a lot of effort and energy into something only to maybe discover that the fruits of your labor are not maybe as glamorous as you thought you were, or maybe it's not what you had originally anticipated it to be, you know. That can be a little bit frustrating, but no effort goes to waste. The way I see it, I mean, that's my Jupiterian optimism, but no effort goes to waste. Whatever you do, it's going to teach you something. And you may make a lot of mistakes along the way, but it's all for a greater cause. And even though the situation may seem a little bit bleak at times, like maybe you're putting in so much effort and not much is happening, even though it feels a little bit bleak, what you learn from it, I feel, is going to be very profound in the month of September. And I feel like intuitively, I feel like a lot of you are preparing for winter season. I don't know, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like maybe you're stocking up on food supplies, or just making sure that you're well taken care of for the cold winter months. I don't know, I'm just getting that vibe of preservation. Maybe a lot of you are going into hermit mode, or you are not overexerting yourself, or you're not just being too out there, because I think a lot of you are trying to conserve your energy for the future, for the next couple of months. That's the energy I'm getting from this card. There's a very cold, wintry feeling to this card, even though it's the Eight of Cups, which is pretty much about moving away. Like in the Rider-Waite deck, the Eight of Cups is very much about moving away from something that feels familiar and moving towards something that is a little bit more unpredictable and challenging, but still has the greater reward. That's the Eight of Cups in a nutshell. But the situation you're in right now is just before you decide to turn your back on the Eight of Cups, or the situation that's in front of you. So you may be at that precipice point where you're feeling this frustration, like you're feeling like you're putting a lot into something. It may be a job, It may be a career, it may be a relationship. You feel like you're putting a lot of effort into that, whatever that is, and it feels like it's not really giving you the dividends or what you're hoping it's going to give you. And so you may be on the brink of walking away from something, whether that's a job, whether that's a business, whether that's a romantic relationship, or even a long term relationship like marriage. I feel like a lot of you are maybe breaking away from it or deciding to break away from it. And maybe this need to preserve yourself has a lot to do with that. Like, you want to conserve your energy, you've put in so much effort into something that you don't want to do too much of that and over the next couple of months. So you're trying to conserve something. You may feel that your shine has been dulled a little bit in the month of September. I don't mean to sound really, I know it's sounding like a very pessimistic reading right now, but um, there is something even in the cold winter months for us to learn. It's not as if we learn everything when things are sunshiny and beautiful and happy. In fact, some of the greatest lessons happen when we are at our lowest points, or things are not going well for us. I think that's when we learn the most and we grow the most. So this card, the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is basically the passion card in the Voyager deck, um, I feel like a lot of you may feel that your creativity is blocked for some reason, because this has a lot to do with the sacral chakra, the powers of creativity, and whether that's creating a new life, or just, starting a new project or a new initiative or a new business, whatever it is. But you may feel like your creativity is being stifled for some reason. You may feel like if you are in the creative profession, you may have this thing called writer's block or creative block. You may find a lack of ideas in the month of September. But that is there for a reason. You're not meant to birth new ideas during this time, especially because, even in astrologically, we have so many planets going in retrograde right now in the month of September that it's not really a time to move forward with passion, as this card says, but it's about preservation, like I was saying before, preservation, conservation, finding an epiphany in the chaos. It's about realizing that even if you don't have the creative spark just yet in the month of September, and if you feel like your shine has been dulled a little bit, and you're a little bit stuck or feeling stuck, you can still find inspiration in the day to day. Life does not stop just because you lost the grand plot, or just because you are not able to find like your major purpose, or uh, huge creative inspiration. Life doesn't stop because of that. You still carry on, and you still put one foot in front of the other, and you still move ahead. I think that's the feeling that I'm getting from this card, where it's almost like the universe has purposely blocked a lot of things in the month of September so that you can take a step back and really figure things out. Whether that's about your life in general, whether that's about your job, your career, the direction your life is taking, what kind of relationship you want, if it's to do with romance and love. What kind of person do you want to be? I think those are big questions that September is going to ask of you, Aries. And that's why I feel like there's this sort of like a standstill where you're being forced, not forced, but you're being asked to contemplate these bigger issues in your life. Not even issues, but it's just the themes in your life. And I don't know, I got this message twice intuitively. Like even a clock that doesn't work, it still shows the correct time twice in the day, right? So that kind of message is something that I'm getting, that even if it feels like life is not really moving forward the way you wanted it to, or in the path that you wanted it to, or the pace that you wanted it to, uh, there is something in that message there. Like maybe there is some reason for you to step back and not try to push forward and actually take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Like, why are things getting stalled? Like, maybe there is a larger pattern to this, or maybe there's a larger purpose to this. And I think that's the major message here, Aries. I'm going to pull out one more card and then we will be done. Okay, so the card I'm getting is Balance, which is essentially the Libra card, your polar opposite on the axis. And this card, while yes, it is literally about balance, but this card really speaks to the fact that the gem of life, or the gem of your daily essence, your daily living, is found in the middle, the medium point, the middle path. It's found in the equilibrium. It's found in the moderation. It's not about being excessive. It's not about doing too much of one thing, but it's kind of like being a juggler. Do many things, but don't try to do all of them exceptionally well, but just keep the rhythm flowing. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. Keep the rhythm flowing, keep the momentum going, but don't try to push the momentum. That's another thing, is what I'm picking up on. Because Aries, you're ruled by Mars, and sometimes you can go overboard with that because you like to initiate stuff. You're a cardinal sign, so you're not going to just sit still and let things happen to you. Those are left for more passive signs in the zodiac wheel. You're a go-getter, so it's really difficult for you to just sit back and watch. Maybe that's why this card has come up. Maybe the month of September is about that. It is about sitting back and seeing how things unfold, because sometimes there is beauty in that too. Like, you don't always have to make it happen and go out there and be all ambitious, and that's good. I mean, that has a time and place, but sometimes it's good to just sit back and just see how life magically unfolds. Because when you see that, there's a real beauty to that, because you actually see how people behave with you. You see how relationships work out. You see how the job works out, the business works out, and you see life's grand plans unfold in front of your eyes. You don't have to try too much. And I think that's where the gem is. That's where the real, that happiness that you're searching for, that you're trying so hard to search for, that's where you're going to find it. So that's what I'm picking up for you, Aries, for the month of September. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Your likes always help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithms. And if it resonated with you, do drop in a comment in the comment box. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, do get in touch with me and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.